Hello, Facebook friends. I'm Mr. Brown, and you know that because you're my Facebook friend, but I'm here with my daughter, Jazmyne Brown.
Hi, Facebook.
Because she is doing a special fundraiser for her class. She's a school teacher. We'll do more. You'll learn more about her on my future episode of The Mr. Brown Show, right?
Yes, I promise. Pinky promise.
Pinky promise. She'll be on an episode of the show, which is coming out in the fall. So check it out at hellomrbrown.com. But in the meantime, I want to ask you to do me a favor. I want to let her talk a little bit about the fundraiser she's doing as a school teacher. Second year teaching. Third year.
Going into my third year.
See what happens? I get I forget stuff like that. So you go ahead, tell everybody who you are and what you're doing and what you're raising funds for.
Okay, so I am Jazmyne Brown. I am a third-year elementary math teacher for the last 2 years. I have been teaching fifth grade math. This will be my first year doing fourth grade math. So for this year, I've decided that my theme is going to be your own superhero.
And they need to be a superhero to be able to learn all that new math they got going on, right?
They do. They really do. They got to power through it. And my little brother Evan said it the best. I asked him, what do superheroes do? And he said, they save the day. So I really want my fourth graders to know that they can save the day, especially because I'm going to be teaching science for the first time as well, and they're going to have to save the day sometimes. So I just want to do the most in my classroom. I want my kids to come in and feel like they've entered a superhero sanctum, and that takes money that we unfortunately do not get. Besides just, putting the desks up, we don't get any extra funding to make our classrooms an escape for our kids. So
I didn't know that teachers have to decorate and do all the stuff from themselves for their classrooms.
Yes. I mean, you get the veteran teachers who've been doing it for years, but since this is my third year, this is the first time where I'm really feeling like I know what I'm doing and what I want to do, so I really want to go all out.
I think it's so important as a speaker and going into schools and seeing the culture of the school really does dictate the learning environment.
Yes, it does.
And so you want to create superheroes. Anything else you want to do in the classroom?
So I have an amazing stepmom who made me some capes, and this is where part of the funds have gone already. We're making capes, so when my kids have to go to the nurse or have to go to the restroom, and they will learn to take them off before they use the restroom, they will put on a cape, or even if they just need a minute.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. But when we go to the first day, we're going to go over taking off the cape and hanging it up and then using the restroom and then taking it down and then putting it back on, hopefully. So I've got a couple of capes. I dropped one. So even if they just need a minute, Miss Brown, I need to go get some water, I'm a little frustrated, they can put on their cape and walk down the hallway and feel like, okay, I got this. I can go back in that room and I can be a superhero for myself.
So let me talk about the school you'll be working at this year. New school, first year. What about the school? So I know the name of the school.
You do know the name of the school.
Skyview Elementary.
Skyview Elementary. I decided to move to a different school district and to try something new. I'm going from charter to public, and I met this amazing principal at a job fair. Dr. Katrina Collins is absolutely amazing. She is doing things not only to change the students' lives, but to change the community. She organized 2 block parties for the local apartment complexes down the street from the school where a lot of students live. And not only did she want the kids to have fun, but she had a man cave for the dads.
And she had a she shed for the ladies.
She had a she shed for the ladies. She had Dallas Community College come. She had a temp agency come because she knew that there's some parents who are still seeking opportunities to do better for their children, and she wants them to know she's supporting them as well. So she's creating a community within the school as well. So I am really excited. She's also done things like she got grants for all the kids at Skyview Elementary get free lunch, even if, they're just under the line of not making the state qualifying free lunch, that everyone gets a free lunch. She took all of her staff, all of her administrative staff to the Ron Clark Academy, and that's really where a lot of the ideas of making education more than just come to class, sit down and do something. They have Hogwarts themed rooms. They have all these different things that the kids get to immerse themselves, not only in education, but in different worlds. And that kind of collaborates with the idea of education being an escape as well as video games.
Now tell me about the school. You mentioned free lunch. Is it a Title I school? Tell me about the culture of this, or the how do you say it?
The makeup of the school.
There we go.
Yeah. So it is a Title I school. So majority of the families are what we qualify as economically disadvantaged. 33 home languages are spoken at the school, so it's a very diverse school.
Wow.
You've got a large spectrum of students who are what we would qualify as middle class, and you've got a lot of immigrant families, even some who've been here for a long time. You've got kids who are still communicating for their parents because their parents don't speak fluent English. So you're dealing with a lot of different things at this school. So it's exactly where I want to be. I want to be somewhere where I can encourage students and make them feel like where they are is not where they always have to be.
Okay. Now, you're raising money, and what is your goal for your classroom?
$400 is my goal. I'm at 120. More than that would just mean more things that I can do. I'm doing more than just fundraising. There's a teacher funder where you can put different projects up, or donor choose, you can put different projects up. So I'm trying to do as much as I can to make sure I can make a little bit of difference for my students.
Now, $400 sounds like a low goal to me. I really want people to blow that goal out the water.
I would love for them to blow that goal out of the water. I would love to have capes for each one of my students. I would love to have masks for each one of my students. I want flexible seating, which is a new thing. I know there's some kids who just don't learn sitting in the same place.
Yeah, I agree.
So what a lot of
wait. So I'm sorry, but you mean flexible seating? Those balls they sit on?
They've got the balls. They've got. I had some colleagues who use big pillows for students to sit crisscross applesauce but still be at their desk because they lower the desks. I've had colleagues who spend their own money getting bed raisers, so they put the desks on bed raisers so kids can stand and learn. So as much as I can get, I would love to, but it's just very expensive. Even things like individual whiteboards. I remember having that as a kid, and that was like the best thing in the world when we got to sit down and answer, see who could get it first, but we don't get funding for those either. So that's something that I would love to get to make my kids more I don't want to say entertained, but that's what it is.
No, well, I think it's engaged. I think that's what when I speak, I don't like to say I'm entertaining kids. I'm engaging them, and if you can engage kids, you can connect with them. They'll learn anything, and I think that social emotional aspect of it, because we think every kid's exactly the same, the cookie cutter mentality, and it's not the truth. And so if you can create an environment that is welcoming for each kid, and some kids are standing, some kids are sitting, some kids are in crisscross applesauce, they can be comfortable and learn. I remember, and this is not about me, I remember speaking at a school once, and I had told the kids, hey, if you get comfortable, they're on the floor. If you want to, on only requirement, you can't lay on your back. You can lay on your stomach. You can do like this on the side. And I had a teacher come in and she said, no, they're fine because they're comfortable and they're learning and they're engaged. And so, yes, creating an environment that kids can be engaged, I think will expedite their learning and educational process. So if they want to give to you, which y'all better give to my little girl. How can they support this fundraiser?
So I have a fundraiser on Facebook. You can go straight to my page at Jazmyne Tiara, or you can search Miss Brown's 4th grade classroom on the fundraiser part of the page, or you can just cash at me directly at $tiarajaz. That is TIARAJAZ. It is how my dad wanted to spell my name in the first place, but that's not what happened.
Hey, don't put your mom out there like that, girl.
All of these funds are going directly towards me providing for my classroom, whether that be decorations, cardstock, whether anything that I can provide where I can make my kids more engaged and more ready to learn every day they come to school.
Well, hey, please support. If you're my Facebook friend, consider my daughter your friend too. So support this effort to help these kids get a quality education, especially when it comes to math, because math is one of the difficult subjects these days, because even parents are struggling to understand the math. Because my daughter was doing Sophia was doing something on the mirror in the bathroom one day, and it took her like 4 minutes to figure out something. I'm like, whoa, but she had it all written out, and she knew what she was doing. It was quite interesting to me. I'd be like, baby, just do that. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and
thank you so much.
I appreciate any support, and we appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.